Cancerian or fourth house crosswatcher, Three of Cup in the upright. Remember, the 3 is half of the butterfly. Okay, the 3 is the triangle, the triad where you house the divine. Okay, it's also a third party. It's also celebration. Okay, it's a creative, emotional energy here that you're channeling. Okay, what about this? What direction are we going with this, Spirit? It almost in a weird way feels like a crossroads, okay, because the 3 seems to be made of the 7 and the 8, the bottom half of the 8 and the top half of the 7. So it might even be like you're in between. Feels like a game of Full Monty. Okay. 9 of Pentacle in the upright, though. Not a bad energy to come out here. It's almost like you're celebrating your independence, you're celebrating your freedom. Okay, you're celebrating your financial success as well. Okay? Because you are with the Holy Trinity, the Holy Triad, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the Mother, Father, Child, which again houses the divine here. So even though you aren't maybe at times in the 3D exactly where you want to be, you could make camp at the level that you're at. Like say you're climbing Everest, right? You can make camp and feel fulfilled and content and satisfied because you tune into that divine fulfillment here and now. Happiness, joy, and those high vibrations over a long period of time ensure victory, but it also ensures that you get to have the taste of that success and satisfaction at the end of each day, which sustains you for this long journey over time. And this is how that Knight of Pentacles that came out earlier in the reading before sustains long enough to become the king. Okay? So everything is routinized, everything is in place for you to do consistently and go with the flow consistently. Okay? So things might seem dead or over, but this is the beginning. Because you're going through that portal or that passage of seemingly where things seem dark night of the soul or dead and done and over. You're like, no, this is just the beginning. Because you know that the ending is an illusion, right? And it just means that the beginning is about to start. So remember, you're getting amped up, you're getting pulled back like the bow. You're building the electrons, you're building the voltage, like a pole vault. And we haven't even hit the astrological new year yet. So this is how I know that it's actually good in a weird way that we celebrated New Year's in January, because 333 on the clock, Spirit is with us, because now it's priming us in the direction. It's like we have extra time to prepare for where we want to go when we hit the astrological new year. Okay. So you might be even going against the crowd, the road less traveled. Okay, see how this is going in a different direction as these guys up here. But you're open, right? You have your true magnetic north, it feels like. Okay? And you're expanding and you're growing in your own direction. And the interesting thing is that you might even have followers too, right? You might even have people. It's like you're using this time. Remember I said you have the extra time to build your charge? Well, part of that charge is forming those bonds. We were talking about this earlier in the morning today on the live stream. Check it out on YouTube at Running Gun Tarot, where you're using this time to attract the bonds, like hydrogen with 2 oxygen molecules, for instance. You're sharing the electron, you're sharing the vision, and you're building it more and more and more and more and more, and the right people, i.e. the right molecules, are clumping together to keep moving forward. So you outnumber these going in the wrong direction. And you're building momentum, and you're building the right crowd, and you're building the right following, and you're leading people in the right direction there. Because what came out earlier, because you stand on truth on the inside and the outside. You are very familiar with the truth of this reality. All right, that was a beautiful reading. I'm going to leave this here. Let's roll on over.